Hey everybody, it's Jameson Hapanenko here, and I just wanted to make this short video because recently either Rachel or myself had contacted you about doing some blog posts for you for advertising your company. And so I wanted to explore, first off, kind of, what's the traditional marketing that's out there for a company, and usually what I've seen in the past, because Rachel and I owned our own business for over 11 years, conventional brick and mortar business, like a business that you probably own right now. And what was real common was radio ads and phone book ads, newspaper, flyers in some cases, and maybe postcards. But when you look at that type of advertising, you put that advertisement out there, and once you do it, you really can't change it. And the other drawback on it is that once you pay for it, it's only like a one-time thing. So I mean, it's it might run for a year, or it might run for a couple months, or it might run for a week. Maybe a newspaper runs for a week or something. So really, it's kind of a short-term solution. And with us moving into the information age, and with the internet becoming more popular, Rachel and I have been searching for a while, because we actually have 3 different internet businesses, and we've actually found a way to market those businesses to where we can put advertisements out there on the web, and they stay out there for pretty much ever. And you can go on there and change them, when you'd like to, but for the most part they stay out there forever, and you don't really have to worry about them coming down. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually show you, let's look up our old company. It was One Stop Glass. So and what I want to show you is with the website. Here's the only drawback with the website, and ours is showing up right here, and you can see, you type in One Stop Glass, and you've got our home page here. So anyhow, when people go to search your site, if they're wanting to search glass repair for, like, our glass company there, so let's type in glass. Okay, so if we type in glass repair, normally what that does is it brings us to the surrounding areas of the places that we're at. And so you can see on here, actually right now we're on the East Coast, so it's pulling up Harvard and all these different places. So let's see here. So glass repair, and I'm going to put in there Alamosa. Okay, so glass repair in Alamosa. Let's see what that pulls up here. Okay, so we got at the top of the ad right here, which is quite interesting. One of my old competitors is actually paying to advertise on the internet. So you've got here Les's Glass Company, and they have windshields. And if you look, if you can see on this whole area right here, it's pink. And when that's pink, basically up here it says why these ads. Anywhere in the pink area, usually there's 2, maybe 3 ads right here, but that's usually because they're paying for those ads right there. And then normally along the right side here, they're paying for those ads as well. So obviously one of my competitors that I used to have when I had that glass company is paying for an ad, which is kind of ironic because we were his biggest competition. We're not there anymore. So anyhow, so you look down through here and you show up. Our company should actually still show up in here for glass repair. Well, maybe not. Let's find out why Les's Glass is actually advertising. And you start scrolling down the page, and they're not even showing up on the first page. It doesn't look like here. They're not even showing up, here, which is kind of odd. So that's probably why he's on there advertising. Now, what you're going to notice is all of these sites that are here, they're yellow pages. There's different stuff on this site here that pulls up, but there's not, I don't see any websites that are actually home pages. And the way you can tell that is right here's the websites that's appearing. So Service Magic, this is a company that people pay to use, and then they point you in the right direction on companies that you can use. And then you've got other stuff down here. So what in essence what happens is when we viral blog, we actually put the title of what we're after in the search engine. So for instance, glass repair, we would be putting in the title of our blog, Glass Repair Alamosa. And I'm going to venture to say right here, since there's only 421,000 searches that showed up, I'm going to venture to say that we could get you, if I was blogging for one of these companies on here, that I could probably most likely get them to the front page, and there's a good chance we could get them up top here on the front page. And so what happens is when people are searching for the website, they end up showing up on that front page, and then you get a lot more clicks. And that's what this guy's actually doing, is he's paying to be on the front page so he gets more clicks and more business. So if we go, let's try auto glass here. So if we type in auto glass, let's see who shows up. Okay, so there's again Les's Glass. He's advertising on the front page there. OneWindshield.com is advertising, and it doesn't even say where they're from. Okay, so when people are searching your name, like let's take Les's Glass for instance, they're not typing in les'sglass.com or lesglass.com. They're not typing that in. What they're typing in is glass repair Alamosa, or they're just typing in glass repair, and then Google does a search for the Alamosa. So what we'd be doing is in the title, and especially if you're in a big metropolitan area, we've actually done this with other products that we do, and we've actually had search results that are up over 1 million, and in most cases we're getting to the front page. And like I said, it'll be out on the internet forever. If you ever want to change anything, say you're carrying a different product, we can go back in there or make some tweaks for you and change, maybe change a product that you're not carrying anymore. But what we'll do is we'll highlight products. Say if when I was in the glass company, we had different window lines we carried, so we could highlight those window lines. We could have highlighted the vinyl windows, or if it was Milgard windows or Anderson windows or different windows like that. We would actually do blog posts on each one of those. So when people actually pulled them up, in the line of business I was in, if I were to do this even for Les's Glass today, he would actually be getting clients from surrounding areas, because when they would do a Google search on the products he carries, they would find that he was the closest one to them that carried it, because really nobody else is probably doing this in your area. It's kind of a new way to leverage the internet. It works extremely well with online marketing for competitive things like what we're doing at home, either home-based business type stuff or e-products like the e-videos that I've made up. So it works extremely well for competitive searches. I've actually done one here, and I can show you. Let me show you the one that we did for our videos. So we did one on acrylic fabrication videos, and this is for the custom videos that I did. Now what you're going to see here on this page is that usually videos show up first, and I just changed my YouTube videos to actually say acrylic fabrication videos, so it'll take them a little bit of time to rank, but my videos will start showing up in here. But you can see these videos are made back in 2008, 2009, 2009. This one's 2012, and you can see it's at the bottom there. And then when you start scrolling down here, right under the videos, one of the first things we see is acrylic fabrication videos, Jameson Hapaninko Empower Network, and that's the system that we're using is the Empower Network system, and they have an extremely good presence on the internet, which helps drive to the top of the range. Now what I want you to notice here is, let's scroll all the way down, see if we show up anymore. Well, we're only showing up once. Sometimes we'll show up twice on the front page here, and this doesn't always happen, but for the most part it does. So I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm going to guarantee it's going to help your business. So let's look at this right here. This is what's really interesting. If you remember, the glass company only had 400 search results. We actually are 5 million search results, 5.5 million search results, and we are showing up on the first page and let me tell you right here, we put this out on June 13th, 2012. And I'm going to show you real quickly what this looks like. Okay, so this is what this page looks like here. We have some of our own advertising that's around this page, and that's how we do our advertising. The more blogs we put out, the more advertising that we get for our existing company. But what happens down here is that they kind of skip through that because it's just advertising, and you can actually see when they pull up the page down here will actually be the highlight of what they're looking for. So we always have it in red. It stands out very quickly. What they do is they scroll down and they start reading the article. This one already has 2 likes. We've got, this was done on June 13th. Right now, if you look down at the bottom of my screen here, it is June 28th. And so I think it was only like 4 or 5 days after we put the post up. It might have been even sooner it started ranking. But see, what we do here is we actually put different size text in here, which helps it rank. You can see when this is highlighted, when I have my mouse on this picture here at the bottom corner there, that is linked to my website. So if they were to click that picture right there where it says sklo.us, that's linked to our website there. And then I have some content here that we put, and we have some more information here. I put my name on here where I decided to share some trade secrets, reveal these trade secrets, and the most complete fabrication, acrylic fabrication videos on the market today. And then we've got another YouTube video, or one YouTube video on this one. And this one's kind of short. We would be doing a lot more in depth for yours, but this is kind of the gist of what the page can look like, so that you can get some extremely good advertisement on there. And we can highlight different companies that you're working with. All this kind of stuff helps it to rank, and this is some of the stuff that we do. And then we also syndicate it out to a bunch of different media sites so that it helps it rank as well. So we're doing a lot of back-end work on this, and that's why we're charging what we charge. But it's going to work for you just amazingly, and the more you share it as well. If you have any social media or anything like that, and you can share it on your social media, that's going to help it keep its ranks as well. But we're going to do the bulk end of it. That's going to help you drive to the top. So anyhow, I have this on here. If you see when I click on that link shows up at the bottom there again. ePlastics, there's a link for ePlastics, so they can click on that. There's a link for US Plastics, Interstate Plastics, and Orange County, and then ANC. And so anyhow, we're going to do that. We're going to find out all the tags in that we should be using, so that you will have tags, and that also helps it to rank as well. And so this is basically what these pages look like. They're real professional pages. We do have we can make custom pictures on there, and if you send me a copy of your logo, we can actually do some custom pictures for you. And if you have any custom pictures you'd like us to use, we can do any type of wording on there, and we'll get creative too. We'll make it real nice for you, so you have a nice product that's going to be out there for a long time. And like I said, I mean, this goes to the website. So then if they click on here, or if they get to the bottom, for mine, I'm just sending them to my website, but we could put your phone number and your website on there so they can have 2 ways of contacting you immediately. Or we can even do appointment schedules if you have appointments. Just depending on kind of what you're after, we can actually put it on this web page for you. So once I click this, I mean, automatically what it does is it brings me on over to my other website there. So, and there it is. That's my other website. So and we've been working with this website for a little while now, and we've got it down to where we're starting to get some pretty good hits off of it. So anyhow, that's basically, if you have a website, we can point them to that. If you don't have a website, this actually is like putting multiple websites out on the internet for you. So it's, the way I like to look at it, it's almost better than having a website, because we're geo-targeting each one of these blog posts, and so you're going to have a custom blog. And what also is nice about it is it's not coming from you or your organization, It's actually coming from a third party, and the company that we're working with is just, they have, right now I think we have 28,000 members, and everybody is just blogging like crazy on it. And so what that's going to do is it's really going to help drive traffic to your website, because you really have to look at a website as a you're kind of a little, like a small boat in a huge ocean, and then the big ships, are the bigger websites that get a lot of traffic. So your big websites that would be considered like a big ship would be, like Facebook, or it would be YouTube, or some of the bigger companies like that that are on the internet that have a lot of traffic going in and out of them. And so the more you're linked to that kind of stuff, the more you're going to get recognized on the internet. And so that's why we've decided to join Empower Network and to market through them, is because it's like being on one of those big ships, and with all the bloggers that are on there blogging every day, the more content they're putting out, it just helps drive traffic to everybody's content. So that's basically the gist of it. We'll send you the presentation. Should be attached with this presentation, so you can take a look at it. And basically, like I said in the beginning, you can do radio ads and phone book ads, and all these other short-term ads that you got to continue to pay for time and time and time again. With this, I mean, literally, if we're charging, let's say if we're charging $100 per blog post, which I think is just an amazing deal. If we're doing $100 per blog post, and say you put 25 or 20 blog posts out there, that's $2,000. When I was doing my phone book ads, I think we were up to like $2,800 or $3,000 for phone book ad. And the way I like to look at this is that if you think about society in a time frame where you have the older people are on top and the younger people are on bottom, the top is spilling off. So all the older people are slowly leaving us, which is a sad thing, but they're slowly leaving us, and the younger people are slowly moving up. And so the way I like to think about it is that as time goes on, there's going to be more and more people using the internet. So if you can jump on this now, and you can put say you put 20 blog posts out there and you spent $2,000, that's 20 separate third-party web advertisements for you. And especially with Empower Network, that's an extreme amount of traffic that you can get. And it's not going to go away. So I mean, it's not like it's like a phone book ad that it's better than the phone book ad. It's not going anywhere. You put 20 of these ads up or more, and you're not going to have to. You're really not going to have to advertise very much. In the future, you could actually pull back on your advertising. That's actually what we were doing. We had our glass company. We were slowly pulling back further and further on our advertising, because I had realized early on that more people were searching the internet, and I can remember a couple of years ago telling the phone people that it's ridiculous what you guys are charging, and that people aren't searching phone books hardly anymore. And I wasn't really even marketing back then like this. I didn't know anything about it, but I did know that people were kind of slowly moving away from phone books, and in the future, they're going to, the advertising that's there, people aren't going to use it. They're going to be using their iPhones. I mean, right now, I could ask my iPhone. I have the iPhone 4S, and I could ask Siri on there, locate me a glass company. I need my window fixed in Boston. Or I need, I did it the other day when I was looking something up, and it gave me a list. And that's going to transfer to your iPhones as well. And so, I mean, everybody has the internet at their fingertips nowadays. And so this is the best way that you can, that I can advise you to leverage that. And you can slowly start pulling away from your other advertising. That's exactly what we're doing. We are doing our advertising, and it's working for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whether we're working or not, it's out there working for us. And so that's what we'd like to offer you. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I wish you the best. And we are in service of your success. So whatever we can do to help, just let us know. Thanks. Bye.